Faith is the beginning, the gentle stirring of our wings. When we're encouraged by our need.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Canvas of Hope. I'm so excited that you're back, and I have an amazing guest of mine and a dear, dear, dear friend, Betsy Fischer. How are you today, Betsy?
I am great. Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're moving along. As you know, we're here hoping to allow people to learn a little bit more about our Canvas of Hope and how they can help support the Leukemia Lymphoma Society's efforts to raise money, even given in a time period like what we're facing with COVID-19. Cancer doesn't stop, and I think we can both attest to that, can't we?
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to have you here, and I know we both have faced some pretty big challenges in the losses of our brothers.
Yes. It was crazy how we came together and these two diseases dovetailed at the same time. And I'm so thankful that you originally reached out to me when you saw on Facebook about my brother and you called the Groove Lounge and connected with me. And that was really so big of you, so big-hearted of you. And it started our whole reconnection.
It did. It really did. Unfortunately, through my brother first being diagnosed with a grade 4 glioblastoma tumor, and then your brother was diagnosed some 10 or 12 months after my brother's diagnosis. When I read that, I was really taken back that how can two people who've grown up so close to each other have the same type of brain cancer?
Yep. And you were like that many months ahead of us in what to do and navigating this disease. So you were offering hope and help, and especially through Eddie's wife, all the stuff that she had learned ahead of time. Mm-hmm. You were willing to share all that with us to help us and connected me with Eddie's wife. And it was amazing. It was really amazing.
It is amazing how community can come together like what we're facing today. We're seeing all kinds of acts of kindness and courage and people coming together. And that is primarily, I've always looked up to you and always admired all the things that you did with your Groove Lounge and being a dancer, and just you're always creating so much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you always have that amazing smile that I love to see, that warms my heart. And on days when I'm feeling a little down or blue, you know, I pick up my phone and say, I need to call and speak to Betsy because I know she's going to help me feel better. So one of the reasons why I thought to invite you is that you always have such a positive outlook and a positive view on things. How is it that you always stay positive and rise? Is there anything that you can share with our viewers that?
Well, that's a great question, and I thank you for asking it. I definitely am a believer in counting your blessings and appreciating the good things. And that's how I navigate through the world and try to always see the positive, always try to see the silver lining, even in the worst of circumstances. Because, you know, it's mind over matter. It's how you think about things and the way you see things that can help you get through. So I know a lot of people are talking about this, but even though we're all stuck in our houses and feeling like life has stopped and we've lost so much, you can sit in your house and focus mainly on what you lost and what you're not getting to do and what the trips that were canceled and the people you can't see. You can sit around and think about that all day, or you can say, okay, this is the situation. I can't change the situation. What can I do in this time? And you can choose this time, just for example, right now, to do something positive, do something creative, do something that's on your to-do list that you haven't done in a while, or create something new. You have this time where you're stuck in your house. You have two ways to think about it: doing something positive with it or being miserable. Mm-hmm. And I just read something that a book coach wrote this morning saying the same thing. You can focus on the trips you didn't take and the people that you may have lost in your life, or say, I can write a new chapter in my life right now. And not that every day you're going to wake up and, you know, solve the world's economic crisis or start a business or whatever, but you can certainly choose to do positive things. And if one of those days you need to just veg out on the couch and watch Netflix and pop popcorn and self-care, then that's what you're doing that day. But like I said, it's the way you choose to look at it. I choose to count my blessings. I choose to be grateful. And I think when you do that, you automatically feel better. And things can be worse. So
Absolutely. I mean, even when we had a little brief chat before we started this morning, the first words out of your mouth is like, I'm so grateful that we're safe and they're taking care of us. And we know that we're going to stay in our situation for at least down where you are for until the end of May. So by the time some of our viewers see this, some folks might be back to that new normal and that, getting that out. But what do you see when we look down the road and maybe looking back or looking from the future back or forward? What do you see? What are some of the learnings that you might take as nuggets that maybe, that we could say, well, this was a challenge and look at all what we've gained from this. Maybe there's some wisdom there that you can share.
One thing I want to say about that is I read somewhere, there's two ways of seeing this. You can say, I am stuck at home and this is awful. I'm stuck in my house and I can't do this and I can't do that. Or you can say, I am safe at home. And it's just the change of one word and the way you see it can affect your whole attitude and your whole entire way of how you navigate this situation. And I prefer to say, I am safe at home, thank God, versus, I'm stuck at home. Really, that's the way I want to see it. And talking about positivity and moving forward and lessons learned, what motivated me to even though I closed my business, the Groove Lounge, and no longer I'm really actively teaching dance, what made me want to go back and do this again was because I was watching on TV one day these acts of kindness that celebrities were doing, like Chris Martin giving a concert out of his house and Pink just singing into the microphone out of her house. And I was like, okay, I could do something like that. And since doing that, which has been amazing, I've seen other things that people are doing which are incredible. I have a DJ friend who is literally driving around in people's neighborhoods with his 2 bubble machines in the back of his van, blasting music, and through social distancing, he announces that he's coming to a neighborhood. People come out on their front porch and their driveways and watch him drive by with bubbles blowing everywhere and music playing. He is bringing happiness to people. So the creativity and the resourcefulness of people who can't really do what they want to do, but how they're working around it and making people happy and giving of themselves, of their talents, I think is incredible. I even saw a DJ friend of mine, people are doing drive-by birthday parties because you can't host a party, so people just drive by in a parade. He's offering to DJ those parades. Like if you're having a drive-by birthday, call me, I will DJ. Like this is such ingenuity, such creativity that people are coming up with, how to stay relevant, how to be important, how to stay top of mind, and yet give it that of themselves at the same time during this crisis. To me, that is amazing.
Yes, that is amazing. And to think about it as we move forward, to take some of those things, reminding us of we could be kind no matter what now and in the future when we can still extend that kind of kindness to one another. And even not in the best of circumstances, even in a situation like this, these people are still finding a way to do amazing, uplifting things for others. So maybe we can wrap that up and bring that to the future with us. But you've been doing some fun things on Facebook. Why don't you share a little bit about that and how maybe someone who hasn't heard of Betsy Fischer, maybe they'd want to come right into your Facebook dance class on Sundays.
Like I said, I was a dance teacher and owned this nightclub for kids, which I just closed this past summer. And now I'm doing something completely different. I'm writing a book. But when I saw those concerts on TV, I was motivated to say, hey, I could do something like that. So I decided to offer a dance party called Boogie with Betsy on Sunday mornings at 11:30. And the reason why I picked that time was because I have friends on the West Coast, friends on the East Coast of the United States, and friends in Israel and in other places too, that I needed to pick a time that was not too late in some parts of the country and not too early in other parts of the country. So this just seemed to work. And I just said, look, we're going to have some silly fun because to get through some rough times, dance is a fabulous way. There's all this research on why dance makes people feel happy. So I thought this is something I can do. So I tried it my first time through Zoom. I gave this disclaimer. I am not a Zoom expert. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope it works. And it did. I had like 40 something people the first day and everybody loved it. It was very well received, and it made me feel great. Besides just dancing for myself personally, to see all these people participating was amazing. I had people literally in California and Arizona at the same time as people in New Jersey, New York, Florida, and people in Israel, all doing the same thing together at the same time. Was amazing. So I've done it 5 weeks in a row already. I can't even believe it's 5 weeks already.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And it is well attended. The feedback I get makes me want to cry. Literally, I'm crying afterwards because people are saying the nicest things like, this is the highlight of my week. Thank you for sharing your talent with the world. Somebody's birthday is coming up this Sunday. It's her 60th birthday. She said to me, Betsy, I can't obviously do what I want to do, but I want you to be one of the people I spend my birthday with. So, and she gave me a request. She hinted like, I love disco. So obviously I'm going to do some kind of disco number on Sunday and give a shout out for her birthday. And a couple of people have messaged me and said, I want to donate to charity in your honor to thank you for what you're doing. Like, I never expected anything like that. I'm telling you, it makes me want to cry. So, you know, they say when you do something good for others, it comes back to you too. It's Absolutely. So true. And just to bring happiness and energy and positivity and raise people's endorphins and make them feel good for an hour every week is it's great. So I'm very happy and thankful that I can do it.
Boogie with Betsy on Facebook?
It's on Zoom, actually.
On Zoom, okay.
I do list the link on Facebook.
Okay.
So people can find me on Facebook and find the Zoom link and just join us. It's a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Well, I will can make that connection there. So before we started, we also talked about a word for you out of our book, The Canvas of Hope. As you know, The Canvas of Hope is a book that we're writing for the raising of money through the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And the blood cancer research also helps all other kinds of cancers. 40% of all FDA-approved cancer treatments actually come out of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society or through blood research, blood cancer research. So I'm happy to support this because it also supports lots of other kinds of cancers in addition to the 2 blood cancers. As you know, I have, in addition to my brother who died with the brain cancer, siblings that have fought and one who's facing blood cancer right now today as we speak. So we're using the book as a vehicle for helping us to raise money for such a great cause. And before we started, I had asked you about a word, and we chose a word for you because of your amazing smile and how you just reach out and touch people. So the book is made out of 38 key inspirational words. We started this project back in January, not realizing that the whole world could use hope and inspiration more now than ever. Smile, let me talk a little bit about the word smile and what it could do to help raise those endorphins and help people feel better.
Absolutely. So I have been known for my smile for a long time already. People used to comment about it back in middle school and high school. And it's great. I think that, as you and I have discussed, having nice teeth is, a gift of nature, and you're lucky if you have that. That's one aspect of having a nice smile, is having pretty teeth, straight teeth, whatever. But the other part of it is, how do you use that smile? And it's such a nothing little effort to smile to people, to smile at people, to smile for people. It doesn't cost anything. Requires very little energy, but can have such a huge impact on people. And I really believe that. I see that all the time. Just, being on lockdown here in this community in Florida, we are allowed to walk on the streets. And when you walk by someone and just, lift up your eyes and give them a smile, it literally has an impact on people and just uplifts them, raises them up and gives them a little sense of energy. And I think it's really the simplest thing that people can do and make such a difference. And I'm sure you've read all those things that talks about if you pass someone on the street who looks kind of miserable, just by you smiling at them can make such a difference in their day. And we talked about a DJ friend of mine who isn't exactly, he is very self-deprecating. He'll even make fun of his looks to you, but man, he is all about the smile. He talks about his little phrase is smile as loud as you can. He says it all the time. He has t-shirts that say it. And he's saying now in this time, we need to smile as hard and loud as we can, for sure. So it's not about necessarily the quality of your smile. It's really how you use it. And I believe it's a powerful tool that can make people really feel happy, and really you can uplift someone, make a change in somebody's day just by showing your teeth.
Smile as loud as you can. I love it. I love it. So I would like to share with you the smile word from our book. Here we go. As you know, we have the art, the word in a sentence, and then a place over here for people to journal. So it's an interactive book. But let's go ahead and share this. And I don't know if you could read it, but there's a smile.
Art class makes me smile. Oh, it's so cute.
Yes.
That's great.
Art class makes me smile. As you know, my sister-in-law, whom you know, Denise, does art lessons for kids after school. It's called Scribble and Sculpt, and they're in New Jersey. But you can see here she's blowing a kiss, and she has a heart here, and there's her art buddy joining her, just like us in our friendship. It's so important to stay connected in this time, and I think that smile, by putting on a smile and reaching out, is just a beautiful way to connect with someone. And as you said, even walking on the street, you could put that smile on, and you never know what that could do. It's like it's an extension to help somebody along and find a little happiness in their day.
And you see, when you extend yourself and give a smile to someone else, it's pretty hard to not smile back.
Right.
It's very hard not to. And even in my dance class, like a lot of times I'm far away from the computer screen because I need people to see my whole body, but I will get up front like, and people have commented to me, oh, I love to see your energetic smile, your electric smile. People respond to that, and anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. That's it. You never leave home without it.
Right. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
Wonderful words of wisdom.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Betsy. You can find Betsy on Facebook, Betsy Frischman, Boogie with Betsy on Sundays. I hope that it extends past COVID-19, because you are such an extremely talented person. You really know how to turn up a room, turn it on, and put that beautiful smile. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Linda. I'm honored and humbled that you thought of me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. The feeling's mutual. So Canvas of Hope, you can find us at canvasofhope.org. That's .org, O-R-G, Canvas of Hope. You can find out a little bit more about our campaign, how you can help, how you might be able to donate or buy the book, which the donation will go directly to the LLS folks. We have a poster out there. So stay tuned for all of this. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
A canvas made of